was taking pictures with this guy, who, by the way, is named Tyler. But because he and the assassin have the exact same first name...
At this point, a lot of people online are saying the puzzle pieces are finally clicking into place about Erika Kirk, and not in a good way. Ever since she reappeared in public, critics say her energy hasn't matched the moment at all. Instead of laying low, she was suddenly spotted at a massive college football game, smiling, relaxed, fully engaged, sitting next to a mystery man like nothing heavy just happened. That alone sent the internet into overdrive. And instead of clearing the air, things got messier fast. A photo started circulating that some users claim looked off. Strange lighting, odd proportions, weird timing. And now people are alleging it may have been AI altered to confuse the narrative. The claim? That the image was meant to redirect attention away from who Erika was actually with that day. Now here's where it really spirals. While social media fixated on a guy wearing a green I Love CK shirt, multiple eyewitnesses say that wasn't even the real story. People claiming they attended the game say Erika wasn't focused on that guy at all. They allege she was spending time with someone else completely.
From a great family that has very amazing genetics, so thanks Mom and Dad. I just had a little late blooming period, I guess you could say, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
And this isn't just anonymous comments floating around. Insiders who claim connections to Charlie Kirk's family say his parents are reportedly disturbed by how public and casual everything looks. According to those close to the situation, the concern isn't about moving forward. It's about timing, tone, and respect. They allegedly feel the situation has crossed from private grief into something that looks staged, performative, and attention-driven. That perception alone has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. But then, the past came roaring back. Erika once said she hadn't dated for 5 full years before meeting Charlie, a claim that helped shape her public image. The internet, however, did what it always does. Old photos, posts, and timelines resurfaced, linking her to Cabot Phillips. And once that door cracked open, everything else followed. More names started popping up. Online records and public content are now being reviewed, with claims that she also dated basketball player Josh Harrelson and reality TV alum Joe Engley during that same so-called 5-year dry spell. None of this has been confirmed, but the contradictions alone are what people can't stop talking about. And now the questions are getting louder. If those timelines overlap, then either Charlie didn't know the full story, or he did, stayed silent, and went along with a carefully managed image until something shifted behind the scenes. That theory has become a major talking point, especially among longtime followers who feel blindsided, which brings everything back to that game, specifically the Peach Bowl photo.
Love to work out. I love to spend time with my family. I love to play with my dogs. I think I always had that girly girl hidden within me.
One image, one moment, one outfit, and suddenly the entire narrative cracked wide open. Because when trust feels shaky, people re-examine everything, from past statements to body language to who's sitting next to who. Right now, the public isn't just reacting to one appearance. They're reacting to a pattern they believe they're seeing. And whether those suspicions hold up or not, one thing's clear. This situation is no longer quiet, controlled, or fading away anytime soon. Almost instantly, chaos broke out on X. A wave of accounts started panicking, claiming the viral photo was a deepfake and accusing Candace Owens of pushing it to sell a fake storyline that Erika Kirk already had a new boyfriend. One verified account, whose entire page is dedicated to attacking Candace, reposted the image and wrote that Candace Owens supporters are sharing fake photos of Erika Kirk, claiming she has a new boyfriend.
Out here, I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was.
From there, things got desperate fast. That same account claimed people were scraping the bottom of the barrel to keep Candace's so-called investigation alive. They even attached a separate photo of Erika posing with a female fan, insisting that was the real image, and alleging Candace and her supporters created the deepfake. But here's where the narrative starts cracking. Candace had absolutely nothing to do with that photo. No post, no share, no signal boost, nothing. And according to multiple users tracking the upload history, the deepfake image didn't come from her side at all. Instead, people digging deeper claim the manipulated image actually originated from accounts that openly support Erika. That's where it flips. Because all of this loud arguing, finger-pointing, and chaos ended up burying the real story entirely. And the real story? Erika was allegedly at the Peach Bowl with a mystery man, and there's video proof of her arriving. In the clip, she's smiling ear to ear, walking confidently, dressed sharp, carrying a Louis Vuitton bag, looking anything but low-key. Now comes the part that eyewitnesses won't stop talking about. Multiple people who say they were there claim the man walking in with Erika didn't look like security or a casual friend. One eyewitness described it as close, locked in, and intimate, saying their body language gave off clear date energy, not professional distance. According to that witness, it was very much not a business vibe. That's why critics are calling the deepfake situation a textbook distraction tactic. Drop a fake image early, flood the timeline with confusion, and when real photos or videos surface later, dismiss everything as just another fake. And people say this isn't even the first time Erika has allegedly used this kind of misdirection.
Back in 2013, Erika Kirk, or rather Erika Fransby, because that's her maiden name, was dating a basketball player named Joshua Harrelson. Joshua Harrelson's Twitter handle is @BigGeorge55. That is a crazy Twitter handle. Anyways, how do I know this? How do I know that they dated? Well, despite Erika deleting all of her old posts and pictures and privating her old accounts, many people commented underneath her posts, and those comments underneath her posts are still visible on Twitter. For example, this tweet from November 11th, 2013, @Erika Fransby @BigGeorge55. It's the best when it's like that. Everything is just practice until the one. There's also this tweet from July 24th of 2013, @Erika Fransby @BigGeorge55. This pic brought tears to my eyes. Amazing view, amazing life, and amazing couple. There's also this post from January of 2013, @Erika Fransby @BigGeorge55. You two are adorbs. He must really like you.
After whistleblower Mitch spoke to Candace, he claimed he personally saw Erika with her ex Cabot Phillips at a hotel near Fort Huachuca on September 8th, a claim that reignited questions she never publicly answered. At this point, the noise isn't random, it's layered. And the deeper people dig, the harder it gets to ignore the pattern forming right in front of everyone's eyes. Not long after the backlash started growing, a spokesperson connected to Turning Point USA shared a photo of Erika Kirk with her children, presenting it as proof she was with them during the time people were questioning. But online users immediately zoomed in on one key detail. The photo metadata showed September 9th, not September 8th. And critics say the difference isn't random. They believe it's calculated misdirection. According to online commentators, the goal wasn't to clear anything up. It was to introduce just enough confusion that people stop asking the main question and instead start arguing over dates and timestamps. That tactic alone set off alarms across social media. Worse, Candace Owens quickly jumped in and called it out directly, pointing out that the original allegation referenced September 8th, not the 9th. Her response was simple but sharp. If the claim is about one specific day, why respond with evidence from another? Another user added fuel to the discussion, saying metadata errors like this don't happen by accident in high-profile messaging. They compared it to a slip in a coordinated narrative. Not sloppy, but intentional, especially with the renewed attention on Fort Huachuca. That location keeps coming up in discussions people say are being quietly avoided. Candace responded again, agreeing that deliberate misdirection was exactly how it looked to her. Last and now, critics are saying the same playbook is being reused. Flood the timeline with side arguments so people stop focusing on the larger story involving Erika and a mystery man at the Peach Bowl. What's also keeping this conversation alive is the visual contrast. Every authentic photo and video from that night shows Erika smiling, relaxed, and visibly enjoying herself. That alone is what people are reacting to, not because it's wrong to appear in public, but because of how fast everything seems to be moving. At the same time, many commenters are approaching this carefully, acknowledging that it's only been a few months since Charlie Kirk's death and that young children process loss differently. People aren't making claims, they're asking questions about balance, timing, and transparency. The core issue here isn't parenting, it's trust. And right now, the shifting timelines, mixed messaging, and strategic distractions are what's keeping this story from settling down at all. From the outside looking in, people online are saying Erika Kirk doesn't appear to be slowing down at all. In fact, the word being thrown around is fast. Fast appearances, fast pivots, fast energy. While all of this is unfolding in real time, internet sleuths have been digging deep into Erika's past, and what they're finding is blowing holes in her old claims. For years, Erika said she didn't date for a 5-year stretch before meeting Charlie. That claim is false. She dated for 5 years, 3 months, and 2 days. She said she met Charlie 5 years ago. That claim is false. She dated for 5 years, 3 months, and 2 days. Her response was simple but sharp. If the claim is about one specific day, why respond with evidence from another? Another user added fuel to the discussion, saying that story is now under serious pressure. The first name everyone already knows is Cabot Phillips, who many noticed stepped seamlessly into Charlie's former debate circuit and college appearances. That alone raised eyebrows, but it didn't stop there. New receipts started circulating, and suddenly 2 more men entered the timeline. The first is Josh Harrelson, who Erika is reported to have dated around 2013. That date matters because it falls squarely inside the same no-dating window she publicly described. But then, things got even messier. More recently surfaced posts and videos point to another relationship, this time involving Joe Anglim, a former competitor on Survivor.
The entire issue and the energy right now is that people, irrespective of what's happening on paper, don't believe the story. They don't believe the story. And you are, and of course this is only a snippet of the interview, so I'm sure more will be said here, but I'm getting that you have seen the case, you think it's a solid case, she thinks it's a solid case at least, and is saying, show everybody what you have so they can see true evil. Within her capacity of chairman and CEO of Turning Point USA, they could be more transparent about what happened that day. People don't like the stuff that they've seen about Mikey McCoy. They don't like what they've seen about Rob McCoy. They don't like the history of Rob and Mikey McCoy and their involvement here. They don't like the video of Terrell. They don't believe what time text messages were sent or when the phone calls took place. You know, Rob McCoy is lying. In the areas that you can control the transparency, I think doing that would be beneficial to Turning Point USA, because I don't think Turning Point USA.
Joe is originally from Arizona, and while no one's pinned down exactly how or when they met, the amount of shared content between them is what caught people's attention. Photos, videos, group hangouts, and according to commenters, the energy doesn't read as casual friendship. Even in group settings, people say the body language and proximity feel way more couple-coded than platonic. One clip that keeps resurfacing shows Erika at a shooting range, confidently firing a legal firearm, and standing right beside her is Joe Anglim. The moment itself isn't the issue, it's the consistency of his presence during that same disputed timeline that keeps people talking. And then there's the nightlife footage. A separate video from 2016 shows Erika out partying and drinking at Lavo nightclub. Once again, critics point out the timing. This was the same period Erika later described as quiet, low-key, and substance-free. Put all of this together, and that's why people say the story keeps unraveling. It's not about judgment, it's about contradictions. The more receipts surface, the harder it becomes for the original timeline to hold up. Right now, the internet isn't reacting to one video or one X. It's reacting to a pattern that looks very different from what was originally presented. So, at this point, people online are saying there's no denying it. There's a long, very visible trail of men that directly clashes with Erika Kirk's story about her life in New York before Charlie Kirk ever entered the picture. According to resurfaced posts, photos, and old comments, her past looks anything but quiet. One of the earliest names that keeps coming up is Tyler Strange from Emerson Drive. After Erika appeared in their She's My Kind of Crazy music video, fans noticed her and Tyler were later spotted ziplining in Las Vegas, already calling each other baby and giving off very public couple energy. Then there's Josh Harrelson again. Old tweets show Erika using heart emojis saying, "I miss you," while others replied calling them cute together. And according to commenters, Josh wasn't even the only athlete in her orbit. Another name resurfacing is Joseph Tyler Mass, a former pro baseball player. Archived magazine interviews and couple-style photos show Erika openly referring to him as her incredible boyfriend, posing together in polished shoots that looked anything but casual. And it doesn't stop there. Fans also point to Summer House alum Jordan Veroy, with claims they went on double dates, shared drinks, and moved like two people who were very much not single. Then, of course, there's Cabot Phillips back in 2017. Painting dates? On flirty Instagram comments, posts that were later scrubbed, and then Charlie enters the scene in 2018. And what really stands out to critics is how opposite Charlie appeared from Erika's apparent dating pattern. Unlike Erika, Charlie openly talked about being inexperienced when it came to dating. So when people line all of this up, that 5-year no-dating story doesn't just feel off, it feels unnecessary. Why even say it when the receipts were always sitting there waiting to resurface? That's why some are now asking the bigger question. Was that story just another distraction? A way to keep everyone focused on surface-level drama, who she dated, whether she drank, what she posted, instead of digging deeper into what was actually happening during those years? At this point, when people aren't just reacting, they're connecting dots. And whether you agree or disagree, one thing is clear. This story isn't going away quietly. If you made it this far, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment with your thoughts, and share this with someone who needs to see it. We'll see you on the next video, because this story is far from over.